Hi Tribe, we're going to create another look for you, this time incorporating a braid and a ponytail. We know that sometimes you're not going to have access to electricity, so we want to simplify this for you and make it very easy. This is a look that we're going to create, a very romantic, texturized take on an infinity braid and a ponytail. It's very easy, and your attendees are going to love it. Let us get started. Alright, so what we're going to do first is brush through her hair. I'm going to run a little bit of dry shampoo powder lightly through all of it, just to give me a tad bit more control. I also find this really good because sometimes hair can get really slick. Or if you have a tendency to have sweaty palms, this product's going to be really good for you to kind of absorb the moisture from your hands as well, so you don't get it on the hair. So we're going to run that through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate a section and a C-section from the high point left brow. We're going to swerve that all the way over. Take that to the opposite side, just slightly past the recession, and we're going to clip this out of the way for now. We're going to clip this out of the way for now. And using your Sanvia paddle brush, we're going to, using our Sanvia pin brush, we're going to over direct all this hair to the opposite side, right below her right ear, okay? So, much as you can. If you turn the brush vertical, it's gonna work really well. I don't mind if the hair falls above her ear, over her ear. It's gonna depend on what works best on the client's features. We're gonna be using Triple Take 32. I'm gonna spread that over the entire surface for a tad bit more control. Again, going back in and converging all this hair to one side. Once I get this in control, I have it right below her ear. I'm going to hold on to this. Then using my 2 bobby pins and elastic, we're going to loop these through. Like so. Insert one end into the base of the ponytail. While holding the hair, wrap the other bobby pin around. Once you get to the halfway point of the first bobby pin, you're going to insert that. So boom, it's very controlled. All right, so this time I don't want that bobby or that rubber band to show. So I'm going to do the same method that I did earlier. We're going to take 2 hairpins. We're going to insert one right below the elastics. Take a hair underneath, wrap that around twice to cover up the band. Just like a sewing needle, we're going to insert the end of the hair through one and slide that through the other hairpin until it comes all the way through. Push that hairpin through the rubber band and pull it through to lock it in. Boom, we're done. All right, now what we're going to do is go into an infinity braid. So I like the way this looks. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the mannequin or client around facing me to see where that hair is going to lay. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the dry shampoo paste and apply it to the top of my hand. And what I'm going to do is split this in 2 sections. Like so. We're going to run a little bit of that product in. You can actually see how it's melting, which is going to be perfect. And this is going to help to create the braid, but with a little bit more of a modern twist, so that way it has a little bit of intended frizz. So what I'm going to do is take a small section, and I'm going to wrap that over the first section, going under the left side. And just like an infinity braid, we're going to pull that over and under, going back to the first section. Now here's where you have to add hair, because this hair, as it's traveling, you're going to lose the length, so you're not going to have enough hair to work with. So it's really important and imperative that you grab a little piece of hair on the side to maintain the density. Wrap that back over, under and over the opposite side, continuing this as far down the hair that you want to. So right here, you can see I'm losing hair here. So you can do this on either side. It's going to be up to you when you're doing this. So you got to have a little bit of dexterity. If you're losing control, don't be afraid to apply triple take 32 onto the sections. That's going to wet them just a little bit down, give you a little bit more clarity, and make your life a lot easier. So again, going over the section, going under, you're jumping over, adding a piece of hair into that section, then going over, under, and you can see how the braid's starting to form. Adding a little bit of hair in, going over, under, adding hair in, going over, under, adding hair in. To make this a little bit more modern, I'm going to stop here and leave those ends out. I'm then going to go in and just take a regular rubber band and tie that around to secure it. And then I can decide whether or not I want that rubber band to show. This time I'm going to leave it for you guys, all right? Now what I'm going to do up here is to take whatever residual product is left on my hands and work it through the front. So let's come through that section. And what I want to do up here is do a little bit of a twist, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get my hands lower to her scalp and start rolling this hair in. Pinch and roll, all right? If you want, you can loosen it right here by pinching at the base and pulling some of that hair out to create some separation. So I can use the triple take 32 to spray onto the hair to create a little bit more volume here, twisting that hair down here and loosening up as I go, pulling that out. It's going to help to drive that texture and utilizing this dry shampoo paste. I really love the way that looks. And then wrapping this around the base like so. Once I have a little bit of hair out here, I'm going to take a bobby pin, open the bobby pin up, wrap that hair around the ends, insert it into the base, all right? Then what I want to do down here is if you have access to heat, you can curl it, but if not, I would just rock with it. You should use the product and kind of ruche it a little bit, which would be really cool. And then just push this hair upwards to the base using a hair bobby or bobby pin or a hairpin, just going at the base and pressing that in. And depending on the density, you may have to use one or two. So I'm just going to insert that there. You'll see it. And just kind of kick out the bottom. Finish the look with triple take 32. And there you have a fresh, simple, texturized up to incorporating a braid and a ponytail. Now artists, if your client or student does not want to have this type of a look that's as texturized, you can also go in with a curling iron and give it a little bit more of a polished look. So what I've done here, if you have heat, is just gone in with the Sandia curling iron, wrapped it around a few times, cooled it, and then use the product to separate it. So it gives it a little bit softer of a look. So it depends on what you want. I also left this more flat where I've elevated it here. So this gives you variations, which is going to work depending on what their facial shape is. But again, just use your hands to kind of create that look. And there you have it.